What's going on, Wacky Cat? WWE 2K24 may be on the horizon next year. January, February, March, we could get an announcement. March, it could come out. But let's talk about something I talked about last year. 2K24 cover wrestler, cover superstar. Now, this video right here, I'm not going to do wishful thinking, because last time I was trying to predict who was going to be on there. I said, oh, this wrestler deserves to be on here. Drew McIntyre deserves. This guy deserves. This will be cool if this guy. No, this video, I'm trying to logically pinpoint the direction 2K is trying to go. The evidence of what for the reason they picked maybe Rey Mysterio and didn't pick John Cena, and who is the next logical superstar. Because it's not about the things you may think of, oh, he's never been on the cover. She's never been on the cover. I don't think it's about that. I think it's a more strategic way that they pick these wrestlers to be on the cover. Let's talk about the details of the last two covers, 2K22, 2K23. These covers have a different color scheme than the other 2K games. It's almost like this is a whole new era of 2K games, of WWE 2K games, where the old color scheme was kind of like a reddish hue, like the 2K18, 2K17, 2K, like they had like a reddish background and stuff. The new last two games had this like blue, slightly red, it was like a bluish tone to it. So it's giving me the feel of a whole new way of thinking. It looks like the last two games had the cover wrestler was also in that game showcase mode. John Cena was in 2K23. He was in that showcase mode. He was on the cover. Rey Mysterio, he was in 2K22. He was on the cover and he was in that showcase mode. I think they're doing whoever's on the cover is up on the showcase mode, because before that, different 2K games had a wrestler on the cover, but then a different wrestler would be in the showcase mode. I think this time it's strictly going to be who's on the cover. These superstars, the last two, Rey Mysterio, John Cena, are legends. They're older superstars. I don't think they're going to put a new superstar on it, meaning like it's kind of like a ruthless aggression era, or either almost attitude era superstar. Like Drew McIntyre, I keep saying Drew McIntyre because that's one of the guys I wish that was on the cover. But I do believe that they may put a right before ruthless aggression superstar. Now, here's the wishful thinking. Before I get into my logical prediction, CM Punk. CM Punk would do awesome on the cover. I think they should put him on the cover, but they're not, because he's going to have his own showcase mode. I don't even know if 2K even knew CM Punk was coming back to the company. So let alone a showcase mode, you're talking about they may not even have his superstar character in the game. They may have to put him in late DLC. We don't know that. So I seriously doubt CM Punk is going to be on the cover, though it will be cool. He's out. That's my logical wishful thinking. A female wrestler, superstar, deserves to be on the cover too, but I doubt that they're going to put a female cover because it's just the trend. Logical thinking, the trend. The only female superstar in the last few years they put on there was in 2K20. They put Becky Lynch along with Roman Reigns. So they didn't even put the female by herself. They put Roman Reigns on the cover too. At some point, I think they need to put maybe Charlotte Flair, a woman wrestler by herself. But I don't think 2K24 is where it's going to happen. Superstar, I believe, logically, they're going to put on this cover is going to be a superstar, a big superstar, obviously, that appeals to the adults and to the kids, just like John Cena, just like Rey Mysterio. They appeal to us, to the kids, and they stick out, they pop out, they want to make the game. See, a little kid be like, oh, look, mommy, buy me that game. And a grown man be like, oh, yeah. They want to appeal to both. It will be smart for them to do that. So here's my logical choice that I'm extremely confident that these three superstars are going to be on the cover of 2K24. Now, I could be completely wrong. This is just my opinion, but this makes the most logical sense. The first superstar that I think they're going to put possibly on 2K24 is just returned. Randy Orton. Randy Orton is a well-known face. Randy Orton appeals to the adults, appeals to the kids. He's a legend. He mixed perfectly with the last two they put in there. Rey Mysterio, John Cena, Randy Orton. You will put Randy Orton in there, give him his own showcase mode. Randy Orton's career is unbelievable. Obviously, his showcase mode will be so dynamic. It will be so cool. It will be my pick for a showcase mode. And a legend killer. He can go back and do a legend killer type showcase where he fights all the new legends. It will make sense too. It would be cool if they did that. And if this game has a lot more legends than any other 2K game, or they bring a lot more legends, you can have Randy Orton try to defeat these legends. A legend killer showcase mode where you go through each legend, try to defeat them. That would be awesome. I'm for it. Now, the second superstar that I believe is highly possible is going to be the cover of 2K24 is a high top candidate for 2K's 23 cover. There was one superstar that people constantly kept saying, put him on the cover. They was even making covers of this guy. Is none other than Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes has just been on top of the game right now. He's appealing to kids. He's appealing to adults. He was the main event of WrestleMania. He came back. This will logically be a great cover superstar, and I think they should do it. Now, as far as the showcase mode, they may do a showcase mode with him. He had a long career with the WWE. You know, he left and went to AEW, but he's back. They can kind of do the different characters of Cody Rhodes. So even when he did Stardust, he wasn't really a top wrestler, superstar, if you will, before he came back. He was kind of like a mid-carder, doing the dashing Cody Rhodes. So if that's showcase mode, you're really not going to get a huge top of the game going for the WWE championship type stuff. He's going to be going for his showcase mode, probably going for the Intercontinental title, when he was a mid-carder. It's just been a few years he was best been on top, and even less than that he's just been wrestling Roman Reigns for the title. Seth Rollins, beating Brock Lesnar. But you could put that little showcase when he beat Brock Lesnar, when he beat Seth Rollins, when he beat when he went up against Roman Reigns, you could squeeze that into a little showcase mode. But it looks like to me these showcase modes expand a long career. These showcase modes show a long career of the superstar. That's the trend. But hey, they can switch it up. They can surprise us. Anything's possible. Now, the most super logical superstar to put on the cover, more than any other, is none other than the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the face of the WWE. He's been running things for a very long time. One of the longest reigning champions of the generation. This is the perfect time to put him in the cover. Now, to be fair, he was in 2K20's cover. So this would kind of be too soon. He literally 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, he was on the cover. So you're going to put him back on the cover and not give anybody else a chance? That can be an argument. Why so soon? But the run he has had for the last 3 years is absolutely unbelievable. And this could possibly be his last run. As far as having the championship, he may not have the championship much longer. Cody Rhodes, there's just rumors, may take it from him at WrestleMania. He may lose that belt pretty soon. So you will want to capture this moment in time where he's the champion and his showcase mode. Now, somebody on Twitter, I credit this Twitter user, they had an awesome showcase mode. They said the showcase mode should be for 2K24. Roman Reigns, you're trying to beat Roman Reigns. You beat Roman Reigns and try to beat the opponents he fought, or you try to kind of like the Undertaker streak. If you can remember, several years ago, they had a mode where you try to beat the Undertaker streak. And he was extremely hard. I mean, I couldn't beat him. I could not beat him to this day. I could not beat the Undertaker. This is when he had the streak. Brock Lesnar didn't beat the streak. No one beat the streak at this time. That was so awesome. The person that made that tweet, that would be an awesome idea. Roman Reigns, can you beat Roman Reigns for the title at WrestleMania or whatever? And he's going to probably be extremely hard. And he's just kicking out. That would be a pretty cool idea, and that would probably be one of the best showcase modes, if you will, ever. But yeah, those three superstars are the only three I see them logically putting on the cover. It will be best for business. Now, these are my predictions, but this time I'm kind of using what makes sense. But hey, I could be completely wrong. WWE 2K has shown in the past to give us some big surprises, but to keep the same trend, they're going to keep the same color scheme, same superstars. A well-known superstar that everyone loves. It's not. I don't think it's initially about who deserves it, who's never been. Now, I almost forgot, and I have to do this honorable mention. Now I don't know. It will be great if they do it. Bray Wyatt, giving him his own cover, giving him his own showcase mode, or making an alternate cover, because with 2K, they have for the last couple years, they have been making alternate covers for their deluxe edition and the special edition. If they don't have a showcase mode for him, at least have some alternate costumes, or give him his own dedicated DLC pack. He had different gimmicks: Husky Harris, The Fiend, and the Bray Wyatt character. And you can even put different eras, or different different years of the character. I think I'm predicting possibly that can happen. I mean, it's honestly a no-brainer to have him in the special edition. Now, I don't think he's going to be on the main cover, but I think a obvious special edition. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about that. I think that's a good idea as well. Well, anyway, I'm Wacky Cat. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'm out.